How's it going, my beautiful, beautiful people? And welcome back to another video of my channel. I guess I'm gonna keep saying that until I figure out what else to say. I mean, I'll probably just start not saying that at all because it doesn't really, make sense, I guess. So it's fine. I'm taking my dog out right now, and I decided to just throw the camera on because I had some thoughts about sleep. Because recently, your boy stayed up till like 3 o'clock. I stayed up to 3 o'clock trying to do homework. In a failed attempt to finish my homework, I was like, all right, I'm not going to stay up any longer and do this. I'm just going to go to sleep and salvage as many hours as I can. Right? But while in bed, I had the bright idea to decidedly set an alarm for 5 o'clock and wake up and finish the homework then. So in reality, I only got 2 hours of sleep. And the best part is, when I woke up to do that homework at 5 o'clock, I didn't even get up to do it. I just laid back down because I was just not moving. My body physically was like, you're not getting out of bed, dumbass. So I was like, hooray. I'm just going to sit here and try and sleep another hour, which did not happen. I just laid in bed, had some music on, just tried to salvage whatever I could of my rest. And then finally, the time came to get up and start getting ready for the day. Thankfully, I live down the street from my school, so I don't really have pressure to wake up super early anyway. So I woke up like 6:30, and I just got my stuff together. Actually, I laid in bed for a little longer, probably till 6:40, and then ended up getting up and moving and heading out to school. I felt like absolute dog water, but that wasn't really a concern of mine because I still have to make it through a full day of school. So grabbed my stuff and headed down the street. On my way to school, popped my headphones in. Headphone. I recently got a headphone from Five and Below because I was not feeling like spending a crap ton of money on getting two expensive pairs of headphones. So I was like, well, I might as well just grab this $5 headphone that's gonna work for a month or two. That's honestly as long as I need it for. I'll probably just buy new headphones later. But right now, these are holding me over. Pretty cool. One-ear headphones. But anyway, they have a microphone as well, so hopefully my voice sounds better, maybe? We'll see in post. But yeah, no, going to school with like zero sleep was interesting. It's something I'd never done before. I'd gotten close sometimes, but I'd always gotten at least 6 hours of sleep. But this is my first time going to school and having less than 3 hours of sleep. And it was an experience, I'll tell you that. First thing I noticed was my interactions were way more just loose than they usually are. I'm not saying I'm like uptight and, cornered when it comes to talking to my friends at school, especially when I'm in a comfortable class with my friends. I'm more open than I usually am. But I don't know, this time it just felt weird. Stuff was just coming out of my mouth. All right, that sounds a little incriminating. Things were just coming to my head a lot easier, and it was not taking so much brain power to speak. Granted, these weren't the most developed thoughts, but they were my thoughts nonetheless. And still had a good time with my friends. One of the more bombastic times I've had. And it was great. So that was one thing I didn't notice when having 2 hours of sleep. The next thing I noticed was my reduced brain power. Now, this one's a little more obvious and more apparent. Because usually for my first period class, I have English, AP English, and let's just say I have to talk a lot in that class because I do like reading a lot. And so I was like, all right, let me just start spitting my bars, my my rhetorical analysis, my general knowledge of these things. Hey. Sorry, cats and dogs are fighting right now. Anyway, my general vibe was super mellowed out today, and my comments were not as insightful as I would like them to be. And I was like, dang, this is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't like having comments that are not as intellectual because I love, speaking in a well-purposed, dictated tone. But it was still pretty interesting, I'll be honest. After that, I had chemistry, and everything was pretty normal there. I just had to make up some work. The funniest thing, too, is that the makeup work that I tried to stay up last night doing was actually not even makeup work I needed to give her that day. It could have been, I could have given it to her on Friday if I needed to, which really kicked myself in the shin for, because I really risked all that to stay up till 3 to have an assignment that I could have not even worried about till Friday. So that was great. Same thing goes for, no, not really, but my other 2 assignments that I had to do, one got postponed and pushed back, so I was kicking myself in the shin for that, and the other one I honestly did, but it was not hard, as my friend gave me the answers as well. So in the end, it all worked out in the fact that I could have gone to sleep at a normal time and everything would have worked itself out. So I'm joyous for that. But no time to dwell on the past. After that, had some lunch. It was pretty good that day. I think it was burgers and tater tots, and it's not too bad. At this point, I've grown numb to the feelings of school lunch. It doesn't bother me anymore. Never truly did bother me too much. It's if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat the food. If I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna eat the food. I mean, it doesn't matter the quality of the food, but at this point, man, I eat so much that it just goes down the drain, and whatever happens down there happens down there. Anyway, back to the sleep. I knew the imminent time of laying your head down on your desk was coming. That's why I brought my big sweater with me, because I knew I'm going to need this for when I go hit slump, because it was going to happen eventually, I'll be honest. It's happened a couple times as well, where I've just slept in class for 20, 30 minutes. And that was one of those times. It was all right. I think I slept for 20 minutes in my pre-chem class, and then my history class, which is right after lunch, which is right after chemistry, I slept for 30 minutes. So overall, it was all right. It was nice. Wouldn't recommend it because you miss some stuff in class. Honestly, if you do sleep, make sure you at least plan it out on a day you know is going to be easier, or it's in a class that you can get notes in later. That's my advice when it comes to that. But that class was pretty easy overall, so I'm not too worried about sleeping. Then calculus, pre-calc was pretty normal. Didn't really sleep there, just ate some food and did some math. It wasn't really that bad. And got home, and then I slept for who knows how long. It's 5 or 6 now, so it was tough, but I think it was kind of insightful not having a lot of sleep for one day. Well, let me correct that. Having 2 to 3 hours of sleep for a day. I've had 6 hours of sleep, and it's not normalized for me. It's not really that bad. But having that much sleep, 2 to 3 hours, was interesting. I'll say that. I'm not going to make this a daily thing. I doubt it's ever going to happen again until maybe last semester exams for studying or something. But other than that, I doubt it's going to happen again. But it was an interesting experience at the time. I'll say that. Very interesting. Wait. When it comes to managing your own sleep, it's a matter of knowing your own limits. If you know you can't get an assignment done, and you considering going to sleep or trying to get the assignment done, then I'm an advocate for getting the assignment done. I know while other people would say, "Oh, sleep, man, you need your sleep." You do need sleep, but at this point, if you're going for either saving your grade, if it's not a great grade already, or if you're going to become a top 10 student in your class, both circumstances, staying up to get that grade done is going to, pay off more. When it comes to working around that, I would just say know your teachers, know your classes. If you can get away with not doing an assignment, or if you know that assignment's not worth a lot, then don't do it. My biggest advice here, over everything else I've said, is just be smart when it comes to planning around your homework and planning around your sleep. If you know you can either like tank an assignment and your grade will be fine if you like get a 0 on it, then sleep. You need to sleep more than some of us, more than others. If you know you can't, if you know if this grade goes down the drain, you're going to be screwed for the rest of the semester, do it. Just push through, stay up, and finish it. I don't think your parents would mind, especially if your grades have not been the most stellar so far. And if you are someone who's, on the grind, trying to get that top 10, top 5, top 1 of your class, then I would say, once again, plan around your schedule. You're probably doing extracurriculars or sports. That's going to take some time away. So make sure, manage your homework, manage your sleep. Know which classes you can slack off in more than others. Know which classes you can get out of to go to other classes, to work on other stuff. Be able to actively engage with your classes, engage with your teachers, engage with your peers to maximize your schedule, because it's not a perfect world where you can have the clubs you do and the sports you do and also have, this beautiful top 1, top 5 on your student, class, right? Even the people that have that seemingly probably follow those same steps of utilizing their peers, using the teachers, getting out of class to do other work, because they're just proactive when it comes to their academics, Just the difference between being passive and proactive in your academics. That actually sounds like a really cool video topic, so I'm going to write that down and most likely do a video on that. Passive engagement in your academics and proactive engagement in your academics. So we will see about that. Anyway, thank you all for coming by and watching the video. I will see you all later, and then my cat will say bye. Unless he's camera shy, which is... that's fair. Alright, catch you guys later. That was pretty dumb. Alright, I'm just gonna end the video. I'm embarrassed.